Okay, Baruch Hashem, Rabbi say welcome. We finished the 5th parak and start the 6th parak today as we move on in Masechtas Kesuvos, Shas Katan. It's wonderful to have everybody here. They're expecting a little snow, that's what they say. So here in our Fairways family, that means that some people might have trouble coming out. So you should be even more mindful about making sure that we have all the minyanim and everything, and all your help always is greatly appreciated. We are dedicated by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain, also Lili Nishmas Chaim ben Avram ben Yamin Beinish, L'fush Shleim Fel Yomis ben Chayesara, and for the schus of Avram ben Yamin Beinish B'Mak Yudis and family, by Yol Klugman and family. Let's learn for Nechama Sarah Bas Miriam as she awaits surgery, and for Yochev and Nechama Bas Yenta, and that they should have a refuah shleim and b'sech shachar Yisrael. So, nice and lamar kesef litzarka. Besides giving her mezainis, he gives her an allowance of amar kesef weekly for her needs. The Taisis Yom Tov gives, for example, what's her needs? The money for the bathhouse, for example. Vaycheles imay melele Shabbos alele Shabbos, and she eats with him, even if he's masher al yedei shlish and provides the food through a third party, and they don't eat together during the week, but he has to eat with her Friday night because that's the zman of Aina. Tais Yom Tov interestingly says that it's zman Aina because it's Oneg Shabbos. There is a famous Rosh. The Rosh says, "V'shamru b'nei Yisrael es haShabbos, b'nei Yisrael es haShabbos is Rosh Tevis Bia, right? B'nei Yisrael es haShabbos, yeah, it's Rosh Tevis Bia, and I always felt that the Rosh is also saying V'shamru, that it should be anticipated from a lashon v'aviv shamar hasadavar. They say also that since Shabbos is a time of Bria, it's a time of Bria, and also the Mefarshim say that since in the olden days they weren't able to learn Lara Ner, because Shemayate, so therefore it became a good time to spend time with one's wife. If he doesn't give her the mar kesef, he doesn't give her the allowance, then maisi yodeh shalah, which the Rav explains, the surplus, the extra maisi yodeh, she gets to keep. Umahi oisalai, when it says, we mentioned earlier that she's oisa loy b'tzemer, she provides wool. How much? So mishkal chamesh shloim shesi b'Yehuda, the weight of 5 slum of the warp thread. The warp thread, which is what sat initially on the loom, is doubly hard to make than the woof thread, which is the Erev thread. So the weight of 5 slum of warp thread in Yehuda, and the weight in of the slum was less in Galil. So therefore, it's Shein Eser Slime by Galil, the weight of 10 slime in Galil. I Mishkal Eser Slime Erev B'Yehuda. Since the Erev thread is easier to do, the weight of 10 slime of the woof thread in Yehuda, that's the thread that's introduced into the loom afterwards, vertically. Shein Eser Slime by Galil, which again, since they weighed less, it's the weight of 20 slime in Galil. If she was nursing a baby, so then she does less. We expect less from her because she needs time to take care of her child. And because she's nursing a child, the husband adds to the food that we already itemized earlier. When do we say these amounts? These are minimums. These are ba'ani shebi Yisrael, for the poor family. These are the absolute minimums. But if it's a wealthy family, then a person should give according to his stature, and the Rav adds according to the Minhag Medina. It's like the Rambam says that a man should buy his wife matanos, and the Rambam says according to his status. Right? So, if he's driving around with a Rolls Royce, on her birthday, he shouldn't just give her flowers, and etc., as you could figure out. Mishna Aleph tells us, Mitzias ha'isha, the fines of a woman, what she finds, u'maisi yadeh, and her salary, labala, go to the husband. V'yerushasa, if she inherits something from her parental home, so hu eichel peris b'chayah, he gets the usufruct during her lifetime. That means that if she inherits something, let's say she inherits houses, he gets to keep the rent. If she inherits a field, he gets to keep the payers. Bashta upigama shalah, if she's embarrassed, or if she suffers a devaluation, so let's say somebody was mazikar, the money goes to her. Rabbi Yehuda ben Meseireimer, bizman shebeseiser, if it's something that's not apparent to anybody, it's under her clothing, then losh nei chalokim, she gets 2/3, v'loy echad, he still gets 1/3. As the Rav explains, it's still ishtay kegufay, so therefore it affects him also. Ubizman shebegoli, when it's exposed, so it's embarrassing more to him that she has now this, let's say, scar or whatever it is, then also she's more repulsive to him and he has to accept it. So lo shnei chalakim, he gets 2/3, v'lo echad. Shalai, the fraction that's granted to him, yonasim miyad, he just gets. V'shalah, that which goes to her, so now, even what goes to her, he should enjoy the usufruct of what goes to her. So yilokach behem karka, she buys with it real estate, v'hu oichel peris, and while they're married, he gets to enjoy the fruit. Rabbi say, before we daven Marv, I want to make the Olam aware that although we had a lot of good news, we have some sad news. Mrs. Sigelman lost her brother this morning in Eretz Yisrael. That's Pesach's wife, and she will be sitting Shiva. As a matter of fact, she already started sitting Shiva, and she'll be sitting Shiva till Wednesday morning, so you could tell your wives. And I had Baruch put out a email. She'll be sitting Shiva from 10 to 10 every day, from 10 in the morning to 10 in the night, and Motzei Shabbos until midnight. Please remember to tell your wives that they could do the mitzvah of Nicham Avelim. We should only have simchas. There will be another Marv tonight at 7:45, followed by a rather very short daf. Amud Aleph is the smallest Amud Aleph in Shas, with only 9 words. And if you come late, you'll miss Amud Aleph. Not learning Taisus. Because why? He wants to know why, because we're doing a chok afterwards. So come if you want to enjoy the chok at about 8:45. Reb Chanani ben Akasha Maratza Kadosh Baruch Hu L'Zaka Yisrael Yisrael Lefik Bechir B'Leim Torah Mitzvah Shenema Adinoi Chofetz Man Tzidkai Yagdu Torah V'Yadim.